Hello, good morning and welcome to the news at 7. I am David Opopasile. Our headlines this morning. Governor Obiano urges state workforce to maintain industrial harmony. Mbapu community intensifies farming activities. UNICEF expresses worry over 4 million Nigerian children yet to be vaccinated. On the foreign scene, former U.S. Vice President Biden joins 2020 U.S. presidential race. Governor Willie Obiano has restated his resolve to be the first governor in the Federation to implement the new minimum wage. The governor gave the assurance during the Nigerian Labour Congress Anambra State Council Quadrennial Delegates Conference in Awka. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo takes the story from here.
The conference, which was well attended by both state and national delegates of the union, provided them the opportunity to deliberate on how to ensure improved welfare of workers in the state and as well elect executive members that will run the affairs of the state arm of the Congress for the next 4 years. Governor Obiano, represented by his deputy, Dr. Nkemo Okeke, while describing workers as one of the viable tools for the actualization of every government's vision and plans for the masses, commended the state labor union for supporting the present administration, promising to reciprocate the gesture through effective improvement of the workers' welfare and implementation of the new minimum wage. The governor charged the incoming state leadership of the Congress to toe the path of the immediate past leadership of the union, led by Comrade Jerry Nnobia, which he said cooperated with the state government. He called on the entire members of the union to continue to assiduously work towards making the state the best in the federation.
The governor is happy with the report itself, the contents, the increases that are being asked for. But I know sometimes when you look at the final line, the financial aspect of it, it creates a bit of anxiety for him to be able to keep to those promises. But I'll find out if that is the case. I'm a Muchi area. Nobody wants to be in any battle with Labour. You want to do what Labour wants, and because if Labour is not working for you, you can't achieve anything.
In his remarks, the national president of NLC, Comrade Ayiba Waba, represented by the president of Non-Academic Staff Union, NASO, Comrade Chris Ane, commended the state government for having the interests of the state workers at heart at all times, saying that the Obiano-led administration has proven its workers-friendly disposition by reciprocating the good gesture of workers of the state. He thanked the governor for promising to be the first to implement the new minimum wage and assured him of the union's continuous support.
The governor has made pronouncement at various public fora that this implementation must come by this May. Part of what we will enjoy at this first May is that the governor of Anambra State has actually reciprocated the good gesture of the workers of Anambra.
Earlier in his address, the state chairman of the union, Comrade Jerry Nnobia, commended the National Assembly for the speedy passage of the new national minimum wage bill into law and President Buhari for assenting to it, and called on the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission, NSIWC, to immediately issue out the implementation circular to enable Governor Obiano, who he described as labor-friendly governor, kick off the implementation in Anambra State.
We therefore wish to use this platform to call on the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission to immediately issue out the implementation tables of circular to enable our amiable, hardworking, level-friendly governor, Abu Kodike, who has already firmly promised to be the first governor to pay the new minimum wage, implement it for the hardworking workers of Anambra State.
From the NLC office in Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
History was made as Onitsha Anglican community converged on Emmanuel Anglican Church Onitsha to dedicate its church building, which has been under construction since 2006. The dedication ceremony was officiated by the Bishop on the Niger, Right Reverend Owen Nwokolo, accompanied by some members of the clergy. Correspondent Emengina Osadebe was there for the ABS, from where she filed this report.
The event, which was tagged dedication of prestigious sanctuary attracted the traditional ruler of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Nemeka Achebe, Ndi Chies, members of Abalanze and Otuodo Society of Onitsha, as well as political stalwarts in Onitsha. The bishop, on arrival, in company of the clergymen, blessed various instruments of worship in the church. In his sermon, Right Reverend Ngokolo stated that God's heart, which is filled with love, compassion, and mercy, is ever ready to welcome those who come to him with open hearts. He urged the congregation to walk with God all through their lives for them to be blessed. The bishop commended the Onitsha Anglican community for the edifice, describing it as a befitting temple of God. He added that the coming of early missionaries in Onitsha has brought great blessings to Igbo land.
The way you know that people love God, that people serve God, is manifest in how they build the church where they worship Him.
Reading the deeds of dedication, the Chancellor, Diocese on the Niger, Barrister Nnamdi Ibebusan, traced the history of Christianity in Igbo land to 1857. He revealed that the foundation of Emmanuel Anglican Church was initially laid in 1957 and subsequently in 1972, while a new foundation, which produced the new church, was laid in 2006 by the then Bishop on the Niger, Right Reverend Ken Sandy Okeke. In an address presented by the Chairman Building and Dedication Committee, Sir Dr. Chike Onyejekwe commended the commitments of many Onitsha indigents who have contributed towards the project, as well as the building committee, which led to the completion of the project.
When we started this project, I didn't know when today would be, because it's all by people's donation. It's not as a budget. And that means you have to drive for funds, you have to drive for money, you have to reach out to people. And you can imagine something that started inaugurated in 2005. We are more or less dedicating the church in 2019.
Speaking to the ABS later in an interview, the traditional ruler of Onitsha, Igwe Achebe, who expressed joy that Onitsha now has a 21st century church building and called for continuous appreciation of God's benevolence to the town.
Emmanuel Church, of course, is our own home parish and the early one that was built in Onitsha here. So we're very proud that we now have a 21st century edifice.
The member representing Onitsha North 1 constituency in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Chubo Enwezo, described the day as great in the life of every Onitsha person, while expressing joy and gratitude to God for a dream come true. The priest who started the project and the Archdeacon Onitsha South Archdeaconry, Reverend Josiah Ofebu, said he was overwhelmed at the development. He said that it was not easy when he started the project, while the present vicar who completed the project and the Archdeacon Inland Town Archdeaconry, Reverend Joseph Nweke, enumerated series of priests that served in the church earlier and commended them for their contribution towards the success story of the church. Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
As the rainy season gradually sets in, most farmers in Mbakwu, Oka North local government area have fully commenced this year's farming activities. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo, who visited some farms in the community, now reports.
Mbakwu is one of the food baskets of the state, known mostly for cassava and garri production. A visit to some farmlands in the community by the ABS revealed that farmers in the area have embarked on the year's farming activities, as some of the farmers have already started putting seeds in ridges and modes, while some are still at ridge-making level and others are clearing and preparing of the farmlands. Speaking on the development, a farmer in the area who specializes on yam and cassava cultivation, Mr. Anayo Ilodigwe, said though there is not yet enough water in the ground, the seeds will survive with the little water the soil has absorbed till the full return of the rains, explaining that they expect to start harvesting in 3 months' time, as crops like maize, okra, pepper, and other crops that mature early might have ripened by then, while yam and cassava will be harvested in 6 months and a year and 6 months time respectively.
the masses will benefit from it.
Another farmer, Mr. Chetachukwu Onyemobi, commended Governor Willie Obiano on the numerous achievements his administration has recorded in the agricultural sector. Mr. Onyemobi observed that if Mbakwu community receive necessary support from government, it will be an agricultural reference point in the country, especially in garri production, and called on the government to provide them with fertilizers and treated seedlings, among others, for this year's farming season. Contributing, another farmer in the area, Mrs. Charity Okorie, who is into multiple crop farming, appreciated the present administration for constructing the Mbakwu road, which he said will ensure easy evacuation and sale of the community's agro products when completed. Mrs. Okorie urged contractors handling the project to accelerate the completion of the road, as according to her, people in the area will not find it easy on the road when the rains fully return. From Mbakwu, in Awka North local government area, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Still on stories from our communities, Ogidi community in Idemili North Council area recently rolled out their drums to celebrate their aged parents who have attained the age of 80 and above. The median event, which was described as first of its kind in the community, attracted dignitaries from all walks of life. Correspondent Emangino Sedebe captured the event and filed in this report.
It was a carnival of a sort as illustrious sons and daughters of Ogidi, both at home and in diaspora, converged at Ogidi Town Hall premises to celebrate their aged parents. Various age groups from the 9 quarters that made up the community were present at the event. In his address during the occasion, the traditional ruler of Ogidi, Igwe Alex Onido, noted that age grade in Ogidi community has been very influential and has impacted positively on communal discipline, community development, as well as improved healthy competitive spirit among the youths, saying that the aim of reenacting this system was to encourage their people to grow together, inspire and assist each other for the well-being of Ogidi land.
It's very important because we all pray to get to that age. The normal age, the divine age is 70 years. So if you're 70 years, you should be able to praise God.
The state governor, Chief Willie Obiano, in his speech, commended the community and their Igwe for the initiative, saying that the gesture will go a long way in according the community long life, as they have deemed it necessary to honor their aged ones and urge other communities to emulate them.
I'm very, very proud to be associated with this very function. This is
Earlier in his opening remarks, the chairman on the occasion, Comrade Emmanuel Ifejika, congratulated Ogidi community for having a large number of aged parents. In their separate interviews, the President General of Ogidi, Chief Jidofo Onubogo, and the chairman Ituaro Planning Committee, High Chief Stephen Ibebu, disclosed that they commenced preparation of the event since last year October and expressed gratitude to God that it was a huge success, as over 530 old men and women participated in the event, while praying God to grant them good health. Some of the celebrants, Mr. John Onyeka and Diubeni Okumadi Osakwe, expressed gratitude to God for keeping them alive to witness the Ituaro Ogidi, and prayed God to grant Igwe Onido long life and good health. Others who spoke to ABS include Chief Philip Atamo, Chief Okuchuku Ugolo, Chief Samuel Mendo, and Mr. Mwara Okafo. We are all filled with joy and gratitude to God for a successful outing and prayed God to beautify Igwe Onido with long life. High points include capping of the celebrants by Igwe and his cabinet, parade by various age groups, dance by women, while masquerade outing added glamour to the event. Emengino Sadebe, ABS News.
Nigeria is on top of the list of global unvaccinated children, with about 4 million children missing out in the first dose of the measles vaccines, the United Nations Children Fund UNICEF has said. The global agency said Nigeria has the highest number of children under 1 year who missed out on the first dose at nearly 4 million. An estimated 169 million children globally missed out on the first dose of the measles vaccine between 2010 and 2017, or 21.1 million children a year on average, UNICEF also said. The global body warns that against the widening pockets of unvaccinated children, which according to them have created a pathway to the measles outbreaks hitting several countries around the world. And on business, President Muhammadu Buhari has disclosed that the federal government raked in about 34.67 billion naira in 1 year through the voluntary assets and income declaration scheme. According to him, with the introduction of tax amnesty regime under VAT, 5,122 applications were received within 12 months with 92.6 billion naira tax liability. That is about 34.67 billion naira have been paid and 56.81 billion naira to be paid in installments. Represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Mahmoud Issa Dutsi, the President explained that the full payment came from about 1,006 applications. 1,613 have had outstanding payment to make, and about 2,503 applications did not provide adequate information on their tax status. Nigeria's tax system needs to be dynamic to respond to the ever-evolving commercial landscape and increase technology-driven business model, he said, adding that government's objective in widening the tax base in line with international best practices could only be achieved through the support of the institute and major stakeholders in the system. And on the foreign scene now, former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden has announced that he is entering the 2020 White House race, joining an already crowded list of candidates running on the Democratic Party platform. Biden said he couldn't stand idly by while U.S. President Donald Trump fundamentally altered the character of the nation. Even before his official announcement, Biden, who served 8 years as Barack Obama's vice president, led most surveys of Democratic voters. The Real Clear Politics poll aggregate puts him a favorite with 29.3% support, followed by independent Senator Bernie Sanders at 23%. And on sports, the Confederation of African Football has paid 94 million naira to each of the 24 teams that qualified for the 2019 African Cup of Nations, scheduled to begin in June 2018. The money is an advance payment from the premium that each country will receive for participating in the tournament. The payment was given to help federations or associations with smaller budgets meet the expenses of their preliminary preparations. According to Collins Okinyo, CAF media officer and CAF media expert, the amounts will be deducted from the premiums to be received by each country at the end of the tournament. The premium to be paid to countries is between $4.5 million for the AFCON champion and $475,000 for the teams eliminated at the group stages. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. You can subscribe to our YouTube, ABS Radio TV Online. You can follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also follow us or log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And before we go here, the main points again. Governor Obiano has urged state workforce to maintain industrial harmony. Mbakwu community has intensified farming activities. UNICEF has expressed worry over 4 million Nigerian children yet to be vaccinated for measles. On the foreign scene, former Vice President Biden has joined 2020 U.S. presidential race. That is the news this morning. I am David Okwasile. Good morning. Anambra continues right after now.